You've risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Scholars Wrestling Show, episode 518. I'm your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. Joining us this week is the Scholars of Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. You know him, you love him. He always has that very familiar scent that you just find oh so appealing. He is Scholar Pete. Scholar Pete, how are we feeling tonight, sir?
As I live and breathe. Hello, Scholar Jeff. It's good to see you, my friend. It's
Say the line, Pete.
what line?
As I live and breathe.
I did.
Yay.
Oh my goodness.
Simpsons humor, Simpsons comedy. Right.
Let me tell you, it's a sad day, Scholar Jeff. You know why?
Why is
Because
that?
here I was, ready and willing to defend my Scholars Wrestling Championship to Scholar Tark or Scholar Brian. Because they're the undisputed scholars and they deserve a chance at gold. But here they are not showing up, making it the greatest tag team of podcasting right now to be predicting Forbidden Door, of course, AEW's big show. I'm very excited to do this with you, sir. Love to talk to you about AEW. How are you feeling about this event?
I am actually very much looking forward to this one. This Forbidden Door, to me, looks like it went out of virtually in a matter of maybe 2 weeks. It went from being a afterthought in the AEW lineup to, whoa, we got to pay attention to this one. And unfortunately, the rest of our fellow scholars were unable to join us. They're still scratching and clawing, making their way up the Scholars of Wrestling ladder. We believe in them. They'll make it someday. But until that day comes, Scholar Pete, champ, we got some predictions to go through. Are you ready?
I can't wait.
Then so am I. Let's drive into it. This is AEW Forbidden Door 2025. Starting things off with our first match, we've got a massive lights out cage match. The team of the Golden Lovers, Darby Allin, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Will Ospreay versus the Death Riders, the Young Bucks, and Gabe Kidd in a lights out cage match. Whatever the heck that is, champ, as the defending, well, champ, you have the right of first pick, or would you like to defer to me first?
I mean, it's just going to be a tennis match here. No, I'll start this one. Why not? Let's kick it off with a bang. And of course, we all know that the Death Riders are not winning this match. We all know they're going to lose. We all know Darby Allin is going to dive off the cage at some point. And we all know that Kenny Omega is going to get the pin on Matt Jackson.
That's an awfully specific bet, but you know what? In terms of the team now it's going to win, I will absolutely agree with you.
You
I
want the finisher? You want me to give you the finish of the match?
be so bold. Be Put
One
it out
winged
there in the
angel.
universe.
How about a one winged angel
One
that he
winged
delivers
angel on Matt Jackson for the
from
win.
Kenny Omega? Of course, after Darby Allin does it.
Does a coffin drop off the top of the
Yeah.
cage?
I mean, if we ever did Scholar bonus points, I mean, I think this is a shoe-in for at least 3 or 4 to be put on Scholar of the
That I
Year.
wish I'd thought of that. That sounds really intriguing, but we
Oh,
gotta play it as it lies at
no,
least for
no,
tonight.
100%. There's YouTubers now, the kind of funny guys do a thing where they do like for a prediction show, they'll like put specific bets like, oh, this game will come out and this will be the date it comes out and it will have a demo and they get specific. And for each like specific point they get extra points. And I was like, that could be a fun thing to bring up to the boys soon. But I digress. We're going all crazy. What's your prediction for this match, Scholar Jeff?
It is going to be the team that I have just put down on my run sheet as Dosprey. Dar- Golden Lovers, Darby Allin, Tanahashi, and Will Ospreay. I love how this is Tanahashi's last year as an active wrestler, and we're just, oh yeah, by the way, we've got a living legend on his way out the door. The John Cena of Japan is also in this match too. They're not losing this one. I'm
No,
going to go with Dosprey.
Who gets the pin? Who takes the pin? Come on.
Probably one of the young bucks. I don't think Gabe Kidd is going to get the pin here. I feel like they're treating him like they want to preserve him as a threat. Like he's going to be eventually he's going to be their solo Sokoa type, their
Hmm.
Jacob
Hmm.
Fatu type.
Hmm. I'm with that.
And there's too many powerhouse faces on the face team to really call for sure.
There's too many
Can
faces that faces will win, and of course Darby Allin off the
Darby
cage.
Allen just they can just toss him off of something big and then everyone will go crazy. Everyone goes home happy. But speaking of people going home happy, we had in our next match, we've got the reunited team of Adam Copeland and Cope and Christian Cage versus Kip Sabian and a newly returning Luchasaurus. This one was a surprise, but the timing may be off for Luchasaurus. But this entire thing just says that Edge and Christian, I'm just going to call him Edge and Christian, are they're being set up to win. I just don't see them losing this. Although I really hope they have Luchasaurus look strong for his comeback match, and maybe even give him a full on face turn because it seems like everyone wants to see it happen. Everyone's so glad to see Luchasaurus back, including myself. So I'm hoping this he doesn't remain as a heel for too much longer. Or at least he more defines his role going forward. But either way, I doubt it's going to change the winner of the match. I'm going with Edge and Christian. Pete, which way are you going?
This is hard. I mean, this is their first tag team match in nearly 15 years. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to be going for the titles after this win. Adam Copeland and Christian Cage, better known as the Copen Cage, will be winning this match. I do agree with Luchasaurus. I think it is correct that they should bring him back as a face because, again, you've been away. People love you. Fucking, I can even see maybe a nice little thing at the end of the match. But without question, this is probably the easiest match to predict on this card for me.
All right. And with that, that will bring us to our next match. And it is a triple threat match for the AEW Tag Team Championships. We've got the Hurt Syndicate defending their titles against Brody King and Bandito versus FTR. Pete, which way you going for this?
Uh, okay. Let's get spicy. We're gonna have a debut, and it's gonna help the Hurt Syndicate win.
And what is that debut?
It will come at dawn. Wrestling fans, you heard it here first.
I don't get it.
I'll tell you off air. You gotta give the little bit of mystery.
Well, we're making
Isla,
predictions, right?
Isla Dawn. It's gonna come, and she's gonna
Oh yeah,
help.
Isla Dawn. Yes, she's on
She's gonna
Collision.
help.
Yes,
She's gonna help the Hurt Syndicate retain.
I don't. You know what the funny thing is? I don't know how seriously to take that. Like, it's not completely. It seems a little unlikely, but it's not completely outside the realm of possibility.
Listen,
So,
ladies and gentlemen, I'm spitting you complete and utter facts. If you want to see the silliness, you wait till the end of the show when you see the Slam Masters. But right now, these are 100% guaranteed serious picks for your AEW Forbidden Door.
all right then. In this case, I am absolutely going to also go with the Hurt Syndicate to retain.
Will we see
I
Dawn?
I highly doubt that. If she does end up showing up and interfering and does exactly what you say, I will happily eat that crow because I like Isla Dawn. But then again, I have to admit, I'm also intrigued by this team of Brody King and Bandito. It their rise seems to it reads to me like they've got something for this team, but I'm just not sure how far they're going to go with that, and it's not enough to make me confident that they're going to overtake the Hurt Syndicate here. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Hurt Syndicates to retain. Elsewhere, for our next match, we've got for the Unified Championship, we've got Kazuchika Okada going up against Swerve Strickland. And this is one of the first really challenging matches for me to pick. Because I really like both these guys. I'm a big fan of Swerve in particular. I feel like something's gotta happen with these belts, with this title. You know what? I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna go with Swerve. I'm gonna follow my heart. I'm gonna go with Swerve. Pete, how about you?
I mean, last scholar that followed his heart no longer is a scholar right now. He's Scholar JB out of commission. He went with his heart. I will not be going with my heart. I'm going to be hitting you with the facts, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, Okada is going to win. He needs a longer title reign. That is just, I feel, necessary. And again, let's talk about the reality of the situation. This match could steal the show.
That is
Full
a very
stop.
safe bet.
That's a full stop. Are you really, if you're Tony Khan, going to have this be a one off match? No. This match could possibly steal the show, and it's going to possibly steal future shows. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Okada is winning. But get ready because this is just an appetizers to matches you're going to see from these two.
Very good stuff. Next match, we've got for the AEW Women's Championship, Timeless Tony Storm is defending against Athena. Pete, which way are you going on this one?
I'm mixed here, Scholar Jeff. I would love to give you a little rant. I would love to give you an insight, but I can't because sh- Tony Storm has just been great in her position. She is why you watch AEW's women's division. And she did the most remarkable thing in the world by beating Mercedes
Mm,
Moné. But we'll
there
get
it
to
is.
that, ladies and gentlemen. All serious business here. But I think Athena wins here. I
Okay,
think
that
it's time. I think you can do it just who is going to be the person to take it away from Tony Storm. We all you scholars thought, and I'm talking about Scholar Jeff, Scholar Brian, and Scholar Tark, all predicted Mercedes Monet to win the title at the last AEW event, if I am correct, sir.
yeah, we sort of just were dreading the worst, but we were all pleasantly surprised, I believe.
But I am dreading the worst here, where I think Athena will be capturing the women's title.
And that's very interesting because I thought I was going to be the only one who was going to predict that Athena was going to win. And just because of it's funny you bring up Mercedes Monet here, I was surprised by that. But because my main primary thought there was if Mercedes doesn't take her down, who actually can beat Tony Storm? Because right now the list is getting thinner and thinner and thinner. Athena is probably one of the top contenders that are left. And I feel like, again, as much I love Tony Storm, but I feel like you, that the time is growing low. I feel like her time is getting thin. Like we never want to run out of things for Tony Storm to do. I feel like we got to mix it up a little bit, keep her fresh, keep her engaging, and it this can go either way. But I'm going to be
Say
a little
it.
bit bold, and I'm going to go with Athena to win.
This is see 100%, 100%. It's like I would not be disappointed in this outcome, whatever happens. Truly.
I can see that. But now we're going to be speaking of Mercedes Monet. I'm not going to say it like you. No one could ever say it like you.
Oh,
But yeah,
that's
we've got Mercedes Monet defending her TBS championship in a fatal four-way match against Alex Windsor and two other people who I have never heard of, Persephone and Bozilla. I'll tell you what, I don't know what the hell this is. I'll just go with Mercedes. I think Alex Windsor has a higher than zero chance of winning it as well. But with Mercedes' current track record, it's this one is not as likely for Mercedes to lose. I could be wrong here, but I kind of doubt it. Pete, what say you?
ladies and gentlemen, fans of the Scholars of Wrestling, you know my undivided love for a certain wrestler that we will call Mercedes, which of course will,
Like nails on a chalkboard.
and as nails on a chalkboard, her reign will continue. I think obviously Windsor takes the fall in this match because Bobo Brazil and fucking philosophy ain't winning this match. This is a joke. This is a joke of a match because I feel like Mercedes Monet is she's not gonna lose the belt. This is just her working with the talent. I think it's great because it's just show off the talent, but there's no way she's losing this. Not after the loss to Tony Storm. Mercedes Monet for the win,
You just had to like, give me one more parting shot, didn't you?
of course.
Yeah. And going from the TBS championship to the TNT championship, we've got Kyle Fletcher defending his championship against Hiromu Takahashi from New Japan. Pete, which way you going on this one?
This one, I'm gonna go crazy. Let's go crazy.
Now
Even
you're going
though
to go crazy?
I know it's a short reign. I know it's a short reign, but Kyle Fletcher's not winning this match. No, the New Japan Pro Wrestling is winning this match to bring some levity to New Japan. I think this will be a very fast, big upset match, big shocker for AEW. I think nobody's going to expect it. I think they're going to think Kyle Fletcher. Listen, shout out to your match against fucking Dustin Rhodes, but listen, let's give a little bit of love to New Japan. And that's why this is going to be my, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, this is my throw it and see what sticks prediction of the night. Scholar Jeff, what say you?
I say that you're absolutely right that there will be a New Japan. You got to throw New Japan a big shiny bone right here. Unfortunately,
They
it's
got to
not
be
going to be through
beneficiaries.
Hiromu Takahashi. I think it's going to be a little bit later on in the night, and that results in a Kyle Fletcher retention. Like, there are a lot of people who I can see unseating Kyle Fletcher for this title. Hiromu Takahashi is not one of them. Let me ask you, do you know who Hiromu Takahashi is?
Absolutely.
Who is he? Describe his attire and or demeanor.
I could be wrong here, but he becomes a his entrance is actually pretty spectacular. Let me explain it to you. Um, he comes out with a dragon
Go on.
and he goes to the ring and goes to the top rope and does a backflip backwards. Very stunning. And
And
then
then what
does
does he do?
then of course what he would do, of course, is he would point and do the forward finger guns at the audience.
I'm looking
Listen,
forward to you seeing this match and actually seeing how right or incorrect you actually are.
Because you don't know with my predictions tonight. This is one of those classics. Is Scholar Pete telling you the truth, or is he just fucking with our heads again?
Oh, we all know the answer to that particular question. But do we know the answer to this particular question? Because we've got Zack Sabre Jr. defending his IWGP championship against Nigel McGuinness. Tell you what, this is one I'm really looking forward to. I think this is one that's going to surprise us, but I think this is ultimately where New Japan has to hang on to what they've got. It's going to be great to see Nigel again do his thing. It always is. But I think Zack Sabre Jr. is still going to retain his championship here. I don't think that's going anywhere. Pete, what say you?
AEW wrestlers should not be holding the New Japan or the IWGP World Title. So of course, ZSJ for the win. I don't think. I think he'll submit. Um, I think good old Nigel will submit, and that is my hot take of the match. Nothing else fancy, just a submission. He's gonna submit him. That's it. Tap out, retain the title.
Yeah, this one is I think is going to be a very exciting one. This has my vote for potential for match of the night.
Do you think this would you kick this off to start the show?
I would don't think so. I truly believe they're going to want to have like a multi-man match to really kick things off. I think the lights out cage match is going to start things off. I think they'll spread out the rest of these matches more even. The top really potential match of the night matches throughout the evening. But either way, I think the final there's no disputing what I think the final match is going to be. Final match is actually come I take that back. This could be you could go a number of different ways, but I think the final match is still going to be this match, our ultimate match. Hangman Adam Page defending the AEW championship against Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. Pete, it's your final pick of the evening. Which way you going?
Is it me again? My gosh.
Oh wait, it is yeah, it is you. Yeah. Mhm.
You know what? Can I take my scholar championship and now pass it to you? Is
No,
that thing? No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna let's go. Let's go, people. MJF for the win. I think shenanigans happen. I mean, I no, hold on. Let's backtrack for a second. Let's talk about this, people, because it's a deep match because MJF recently said on Dynamite, I believe, that you can lose it via count out, you can lose the title wherever, and I believe his contract is now voided and it does not matter. So that makes me think that hey, maybe Hangman will retain. And I know it's a bold prediction for MJF to win. I mean, I think he'll win from a low blow. I don't think AEW fans will be happy. But what's life without a little chaos, ladies and gentlemen? So the chaos I present to you is that we are going to see MJF as your new champion. And that is my final answer. That was a
I'll tell
painful
you
one.
that was tough for you. That was a tough one.
Just because I didn't like how on Dynamite, because I wanted to have like a little conversation with you, but I know, we got to stick to the rules and that's fine. But it's something to be how it ended where it's like, oh, the countdown. I was like, okay, there's too many scapegoat. There's too many things that could benefit like MJF. But I'm like, what if though, like they still pull it where you give MJF the title? I feel like it's fans won't like it. It will be that new ultimate heel because the Death Riders like lost it out. So give MJF back to that heel. You are the ultimate bad guy. Like I just feel like it's better story wise. Like as much as I think Hangman would be the right is like the obvious choice. I think how AEW is going, if you don't pivot here and give it to MJF with some like chaos where he doesn't even need the contract and he becomes like maybe too Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to cause chaos, and my chaos is Maxwell Jacob Friedman for the win.
I will say that that is a very big question. It's one I've been thinking of too, where at some point MJF absolutely does need to get that title back, and he should. He's one of the best guys they've got. But it's just not a matter of if, it's more of a question of when. And the real question is, would that be here at Forbidden Door?
And then what
I'm
do you
go
say to that?
I will say it will not be at Forbidden Door. I think Hangman is going to retain his title. Yes, there is going to be shenanigans, but he also did earlier this week sort of weasel his way out by not needing to cash in the the contract in order to get this match. So my thought is that Hangman, some craziness is going to happen, but it's actually going to end up in Hangman's favor. Hangman's going to retain the title and win the match, setting this up for a more extended feud later on down the line, maybe at Full Gear, possibly, maybe, perhaps, sometime in the future.
I
Probably
like that
not Full Gear.
prediction.
Probably not Full Gear. I feel like that's a couple of months a little bit off because they're going to want to capitalize this as when they're going to want to.
What's the
But
casino one? Isn't that the next one? Double or nothing?
uh Double or Nothing. Oh boy, I can't remember which one it is, which one is next. I'm gonna have to look this up. Come on,
So
AEW,
you're
show
going with
me.
Adam Page.
The schedule
Again,
2025.
I want to reiterate to the fans that I do believe that MJF will do something like a low blow or the ring or something to cheat to win. Like there's going to
Yeah,
be tomfoolery.
we've got All Out in Canada on September 20th. We've
Okay.
got Wrestle Dream in October 18th. November 22nd is Full Gear,
Yeah.
and the 27th is World's End. So, yeah, I don't, in all seriousness, I don't think we're going to wait until Full Gear to get this rematch. If anything, we'll probably get the final rematch at All Out. And that's when I think MJF is going to win it for sure. But
Fair
until
enough.
then, we've got Hangman defending his title. And that's more or less our predictions for Forbidden Door 2025. But having said that, given it's your favorite gruesome twosome here, we cannot let this show end without a peek and a preview and spoilers for the exciting matches you will see in a little segment we like to call Saturday Night Slam Masters, where we hype up and give you in a little bit of a preview of all of the real matches that you're going to see on the real best shows of this week. We've got me as your Saturday Night World Wildlife Fund Velocity World Heavyweight Champion TM versus my partner in crime here, my tag team partner as the AEW Collision World Champion TM. So with that, I know you were really looking forward to bringing us back there this week. So without any further ado, take it away. What can we see on AEW Collision TM?
Well, let me tell you something. Thank you for stopping by. Of course, if you like all the action, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Of course, this is the fun section where we tell you about the best matches that are going to happen. Of course, we spare no expense here at AEW Collision Corner. And of course, it's because we have three beautiful segments coming up for you. Of course, we're going to start with match number one. Of course, we're going to talk about good old Brother Devon coming back. Yeah, that's right. Reverend Brother Devon coming back. You remember those times in good old
Reverend Brother
WWE?
Devon. It was the rare crossover episode.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was a return that everyone was clamoring for, and they're finally bringing it back. Amazing, sensational.
And then, of course, what else is sensational is, of course, do you remember the priest from Kate and Lita's wedding? He is actually being the official referee of this match. His name, Lars Newbutton, and
Lars
he,
New Button, they finally got him.
I
Amazing.
mean, absolutely, what a star in the making. And of course, what is Brother Devon facing off, but against none other than Mama's own Shelton Benjamin, the golden standard. Somebody call my mama. That's going to kick us off, of course, for our Saturday Collision Corner. But of course, that's just an appetizer, a little piece of soup and salad. We're coming up to the entree. What are we looking towards? And of course, we're gonna see the the great Dino Michigan falafel cutting.
Dino Michigan Falafel. Wow, amazing. I
He's
thought he
going,
was dead.
and he's very much alive. But who's
Someone
not
slapped me.
dead?
I thought he was dead.
But who's not dead is his opponent, Andre the Giant.
Who said Andre the Giant was dead? Lies. Lies and blasphemy, I say.
I mean, the Princess Bride just came out last year, people. I mean, honestly, but no, of course, let's get into the dessert. Let's get into how this whole fun extravaganza is gonna end, and of course, it's gonna end in the first ever merry-go-round match, where the opponents have to saw off the horses, and whoever saw horses to wins, and of course. Yeah, sorry. I got
Yes, we're
so
paying
excited.
attention.
I got so excited to talk to you about merry-go-round, because you have to cut the horses off, and then of course you count. And after you cut the horses off, you then stack them up to reach for that coveted championship. Of course, I'm talking about the ZL5 championship. And of course, in this match is none other than Bob Saget versus Family Matters own. I don't know his name. It's
Oh, we're
Phil.
so amused by our own bullshit, aren't we?
Was it Phil?
Re-
I think it was Phil.
Reginald Vell Johnson.
Is it? No, isn't that Fresh Error? No, isn't that Fresh Prince?
No, Reginald Vell Johnson was the dad on Family Matters and the cop in Die Hard.
Yeah, of course. So
That
Reginald.
is the legendary Reginald Vell Johnson. How could you
So
ever forget?
I apologize, but he's of course going to be in that merry-go-round match with good old Bob Saget for the NGP5 championship. So that is your collision course for the week. What's going on with the World Wildlife Federation?
I'll tell you, the World Wildlife Fund Federation Velocity TM, we've got no shortage of action and excitement on this week's episode. First off, we've got in a traditional wrestling match, just like you always know, it's just we're going back to basics this weekend because we're facing it will be a absolute slobber knocker technical spectacle between the one and only Spike Dudley and the living legend himself, Bad News Brown. Yes, sir. It
Brown
will be
News.
a
Bad News Brown is back?
he never left, baby. That's why you got to watch the show. That's why you got to watch Wildlife Fun Velocity Saturday Night TM because that not only can you see amazing matches like that, you can also see amazing matches like Antonio Rocca going up against Dink the Clown in a 100 miniature clowns gauntlet match. Which clown will win? Will any clown win? How will Antonio Rocca defeat the odds and the clowns? Well, there's only one way to find out. You have to tune in to World Wildlife Fun Saturday Night Velocity TM, but not before you see the main event.
Wait. Hold on. Is Donk the Clown related to Dink the Clown?
Yes, they're siblings.
Okay.
They are they are the spawn of Doink the Clown, who has spawned off the little mini clowns. There is Dink, there is Donk, there is Lonk, there is Jonk.
Good old
There's
Chunk.
yes, there was a gauntlet, and you better believe that Doink the Clown is going to send as much clowns as he can against Antonio Rocca to take him down. Who will
Let
be
me,
triumphant?
let me say,
There's only one way to find out.
now doing the clown, I have to ask, here's what a guy. Who is the lucky lady to strap down doing the clown to get all these wonderful kids?
There is no mother. He reproduces asexually.
Clowns be clowning around, I'll tell you what. But what's the
Do
main
you think they
event?
call it a clown car for nothing? No. They just get freaky in that car and they just reproduce. That's why they'll call come spilling out of the clown car at the circus. Once the people found out how it's done, no, that's why you don't see clown cars anymore. It's
Real and
not
true.
family friendly appropriate, but clowns are aliens anyway. But anyway, that is all a massive distraction from the spectacular once in a lifetime main event that you will see on this week's episode. We've got the ICP, the Insane Clown Posse, in a
Jesus.
tag team title match against this spectacular team of Friar Ferguson and Bastion Booger. You never thought you'd see it. You didn't even know you wanted to see it, but by golly, you sure do. It's the match of the ages for the Saturday Night, World Wildlife Fund Saturday Night Velocity TM Tag Team Championships. It's all here for Saturday Night Velocity right here in your dome. I am your Saturday Night Velocity World Champion signing off.
Ladies and gentlemen, please let us know in the comments who had the show to watch. I mean, what a great show! The Friar? What was it?
Friar Ferguson and Bastion Booger versus the Insane Clown
I
Posse.
lost it with Friar Ferguson. I was like, well played, well played.
I'm sure we're going to be hearing from Scholar Tarek after that once he hears all this, and we'll get his vote too. But before we get to all that, now is the time in our show where we pitch it back over to you, our fellow fans. Not only do you think who won Saturday Night Slam Masters, but who do you think is going to win at Forbidden Door? What are your picks? No matter where you are, let us know all across the internet, but in particular on the X machine or the Twitter machines, as the kids say. Join the conversation directly. Champ, where can they reach you?
Of course, they can reach me trying to get my belt on my shoulder. But they can reach me at Improv Pete and safely not defending my belt again. Like I said at the top of the show, it's sad that Scholar Tark and Scholar Brian couldn't make it. I was gonna give them a title shot, but boys, if you're here, just say I'm at Improv Pete on Twitter.
And you can join the conversation with me at I'm Robbie Rage. And for all of these relevant social media links and much, much more, check us out at our link tree in the description box below. That's linktree/scholars of wrestling. And with that, what else is there to do but get ready for Forbidden Door? You know we're going to be watching because you know who we are. We are the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled. You're
You're
welcome.
welcome.
It's time to open that forbidden door. We'll be there. Will you?